Hello, and today is that of Thursday. It is the 19th day of July 2018. My name is Derek. Welcome to the Money Charts channel. And this is your crypto day morning. Like always, all trades, all risks are that of your own risk reward. As for me, portfolio risk reward management is always job number one. All right, so the inverted head and shoulders pattern has obviously had its move to the previous congestion resistance area from early June. And after the move, a bit of sideways pause consolidation from such. When we look at this on a 3-hour time frame, the price action has obviously had this correction going sideways. Now within the 18 average, and even on the most previous 3-hour time frame, which well, it was 2 hours and 4 minutes left, so completing an hour ago, it managed to make a small little rally up to this point, but the overall range is between about 7250 and about 7600 almost. So therefore, it's still firmly in the range, but that's pretty much been the name of the game for a lot of these moves, as they are occurring in spots where you go up big and then sideways and such. However, it is progressive, showing that the digestion of the moves has only caused a little bit of selling thus far within the market. 1 hour time frame, just more of the sideways consolidation pattern. And from this point, like a lot of the other situations, you break the key resistance or support, you're going to get a decent size candle move. And we look at the like what kind of market we're in, bull market, bear market. It's very much a mixed bag market. The long-term situation has had this be a sideways correctionary move between 6,000 and 20,000. As at now, it's been holding 6,000 after numerous tests amongst the area. So many opportunities in which declining movements. And in fact, when you look at this just before the rally, you have this move with the rally, this move again, and then the come on, get out of the way, and then this move here. And then you're resisting the 18. This is a really weak situation. And one of the things that I've mentioned many times before is when a setup that is really strong for one side or another doesn't go through, don't be surprised if you get a fast move in the opposite direction. And this is a case where, at least in my point of view, the setup on the downside before the green candle was very, very strong. And there's so far what looks like a start of a possible fast move to the upside. This is just one whatever green candle, sort of like this one was in here, sort of like this one, and so on and so forth. That there's definitely a lot of upside potential room available in my book. Of course, the market's going to do what it's going to do, in the sense that you're not bigger than the market, or it's going to move, and what are you going to do about it? So for myself, I'm not here to try to predict any short-term movements. I'm predicting long-term that cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin will do very well, which is why I'm invested amongst such. But I'm not looking to find out where the next move for the day or even the week or month is going to be, but react to all situations as the markets go up or down via that of my trades and buy and sell orders. Moving on next to Cardano, and on its daily term time frame, continuous movement to the upside. This is 5 consecutive green candles up, so it's getting a little overextended. On the hourly time frame, which is the main thing I wanted to show, you can see that after the last short-term correction, that it has managed to come up, and this is about 61.8% from the 19.7 cent high and the lows in at 17.2, and actually it would be highs of 19.7, yeah. But this looks like a 61.8% correction up to this high, pull back to the 18 lows. So this thing almost looks, well, it does look poised to continue on within its up movement. Looking at this crossed against Bitcoin, you get a very similar sort of look on the hourly time frame and on the daily as well, overperforming the price of Bitcoin, as it has went from about Satoshi level of a little under 2,000 to almost 2,600. That's a move of almost 30%. Next up is DGB, DGB, and it managed to make it up on July the 9th to a high near that of 700 Satoshi, pulling back to the key line in at 5 1/4. And it's looking with a nice green candle day right now to break out above this sideways consolidation pattern as far as where some possible targets would come into place. Where we're looking, I wanted to go for like 3-day. So as far as its previous level of resistance from the 2018 highs, the January highs, against Bitcoin, we're looking at about 858 for a Satoshi price, and then breaking out above that, then we're going to be talking about testing some of these May highs of last year, June highs rather, and those numbers get well over 2,500. And last time when it had its kick-ass move, 114 up to 2,500, that's almost a 20x move. That's what this game of cryptos has. When you're looking for investment opportunities that can give you quick moves to the upside and downside to such, well, it allows you to make life-changing profits with smaller amounts of portfolios and starting ventures because of the extreme volatility. I think that's a pretty damn cool thing, as to me, if you're wanting to invest in such, especially with a advantage player mindset of, hey, I can do this, I can manipulate, and I want to go over the word manipulate. I want to go over the volatility. I can play the volatility, get some big gains, and I can have a whole shitload of profit along the way, and then have a plan, execute, so on and so forth, and you can turn like a small okay amount into a large shitload amount of income or portfolio level. And the reason why I say manipulation is because if people are talking about, oh my goodness, the gold and silver market's manipulated, and as is the stock market, that's why I wanted to go over to cryptos. Everything humans do is manipulative, because that is a form of using amazing smarts into achieving an outcome, and then using special devious things a lot of people don't understand to get it done. So that goes on all the time. So to think that markets cannot be so, well, humans are manipulative beings. So it's almost like thinking a dog ain't gonna bark. No, that dog is going to bark. Oh, these markets are going to be manipulated. Let's finish this off within THC, which has had this sideways movement down in June and into July. Well, 5 days, now 4 days rather, since breaking above the 18. Two nice green candles up, a pause day yesterday. And today it's starting to lift higher, barely, but not that noticeably, breaking out of the resistance from a couple of days ago. On the single hour time frame, we can see that this level of resistance, and technically it's barely broken above it, but this thing has had this correctionary move. I talk about situations, okay, on a clear break of such, well, that's not too far away. It's 1127 Satoshi. Go up a couple percent, 3% to about 1150. This would be that of the clear break above such a level. We look at this on a 3 hour time frame after the move up on the 0716 up to this high. Nice correction within the 18, and I like how after about 4 or 5 periods resisting the 18 highs in the fashion that it did, that this current period 1 hour into such is having a nice little possible breakout pattern. And within these coins, when these things go, oh my goodness, do they ever go. Last April Fool's rally, this goes up to 620, up to about 1400, so well noticeably better than 100% gain. And then the monstrous gain last year, going from 220 up to 5100, doing a 25x move. So when these cryptos can move, they can move. It also means that when you have the move like it did last year, that as a trader, at least within my style, you get a situation, back in December 19th, we'd have like 4 days where for the most part all you're doing is selling. Whether you can do intraday buybacks on days like the 21st or 22nd, yeah, most certainly you possibly could. Then you get like 3, 4, 5 days as it heads into the Christmas season of markets declining, and you notice the volatility here, 3,900 down to like 1,775. So you lose a little more than half of your value during a within the daily time frame, just a small correctionary move to make a very significant higher low amongst the 18. And then you have this rally up on New Year's Day, and even though that was the high, the situation seeing the market go from 52 down to 31, maybe not quite 50% loss here, and the lower high rally that, of course, started a long decline when markets are ready to go up to the upside. Well, that was one example when it was ready, and it seems as if it's ready again, because I think there's a good chance that this coin wants to get really, really high. Thank you for tuning in, and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.